What's up, Group Coach Nation? I'm just noticing the title of this thing, 3 Ways to Fix Your Marketing Today. That sounds so clickbaity. So sorry. Y'all know me, not my jam. But hey, 3 ways to fix your marketing today. The reason this came up is Suzanne in our Facebook group brought up a really good point in a question she posted this morning. And Suzanne, thanks for this question. And actually, Suzanne, I went to your profile, checked on your brand page, and you have the most amazing freaking quote right there, right now. So I'm just going to read it and totally give you credit for this. This is a Japanese proverb. It says, "Fall 7 times and stand up 8." What a great line, right? Just don't give up. 3 ways. Let's talk about this. 3 ways, because Suzanne, you were mentioning some stuff about a challenge you're running and interaction with that challenge. So 3 ways to fix your marketing today. I go back to this over and over and over, folks. I didn't hear this at a seminar. I didn't read it in a book. This is just principles to live by when it comes to marketing, prospecting, direct outreach, ad spend, whatever it is that's your jam, running challenges, webinars, whatever your thing is. Here's what matters, okay? Number one, don't give up. Don't give up. That proverb Suzanne mentioned a minute ago, I'll read it again to you. Where it is on her page. There we go. Fall 7 times and stand up 8. You're like, dang, 7 times, Chris? I don't want to fail 3 times in a row. When it comes to prospecting, marketing, direct outreach, running a funnel into something, a webinar, ad sets, whatever. And I know I'm just putting a broad brush over the term marketing. I get it. But when it comes to doing all these things, don't give up. It's rare that it happens and that you succeed the first time. That's so rare. Building a website, a funnel, an email sequence, whatever, and running it for a weekend, buying a list, buying an ad set with $2,000 on a credit card for a few days, whatever it is, it's super rare that works on the first go. It just is so rare. I just want to really make that clear. You don't go to Hollywood, live in your car, and get picked up on an awesome movie and have your breakthrough in 1 week, right? You don't roll into Nashville, Tennessee with your guitar and start playing music on the side of the street and get picked up by a country music, label tomorrow. No, it doesn't work that way. We all hear those stories and we're just so thrilled when we get to watch the movie about so-and-so's amazing success, but we know it's a 1 in a million. Okay, so sometimes you get lucky. Don't build a business around getting lucky. So point number one here, don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. You will crack the code. Keep going. Okay. Point number two, make sure that you're thinking your prospecting, marketing, direct outreach, webinar, email sequence, whatever it is. Your entire plan, your messaging, the slides, the video, the email sequence, whatever you're doing, your Facebook post, I don't care. What are you doing out there? Your podcast interviews. Make sure you're thinking about those things as a prospect would. Okay? Don't think about them as yourself, the person who already knows everything and is so confident in this point or that point, and probably stepping over what that prospect's real needs are, what they really need to hear. Make sure you're thinking about that message from the prospect's viewpoint. It's not about me and it's not about you. It's really about our prospects, right? Who are we serving? How are we helping? How are we helping them right where they are today? That is so important to think that through. Hey, what's up, guys? So great to see everybody. Thanks for dropping in, as always. Thanks for asking your questions, too. Make sure you're thinking about your messaging from start to finish. Every podcast interview you do, every podcast episode you host, every webinar slide you have, every email sequence, the first email, the last email, the middle one. Don't think about it from the vantage point of the template you hired or bought from an expert and you're just filling in the blanks and not thinking and just doing the stuff. All right. That's a formula that has worked for someone else. You got to think about the formula. What's up, Greg Lawrence? Good to see you, buddy. You got to think about the formula that is right for you and your audience. It has to be audience facing. It is so critical. If it's not, and it's about you, you fail. If it's about your audience's needs and where they are right now, that's when you win. That's what everything should be tailored to. Make sure you're thinking that through. So number one, never give up on the marketing, prospecting, whatever it is you're doing. You will eventually crack the code. Number two, so important, make sure that you're giving every sentence, every word, every piece, the view of your prospect. Put on your prospect hat, like change personas, look through their lenses, put yourself in their situation. If you're selling something, a product, service, whatever it is, and you're thinking, I want to sell to this person, like close your eyes, imagine yourself in their home, in their office, in their car. What are they experiencing right now? What do you need to do to serve them where they are? Not to serve them how you are. Don't bring your expertise to it. Bring their need, their dream. What's draining them? What are they doubting? Bring that to the conversation. Okay, number one, again, don't give up. You'll crack the code. Number two, cracking that code means you got to keep going back and back and back to their way of viewing the experience, the process, and the solution, right? And number three, lean on an expert who's already figured it out. I do this in my own practice all the time. I used to try to crack the codes on everything on my own. What a huge mistake and a loss of decades. Oh my gosh. I'm not saying go hire me or hire somebody else. You don't have to hire anybody. Just go find a person you trust and lean in and get their advice because they've already beat the system. Hey, what's up, buddy? A.M. Williams, buddy. Love that last name as always, man. Good to see you again. Good morning to you too, buddy. So, always great to see everybody. Make sure that you're leaning in on someone you trust. Okay, now let me just clarify this because that sounds so pitchy, and I'm so sorry that my 3 ways to fix your marketing today sounds like such a hook. I don't mean any of it that way. Here's the way to know if you trust somebody. Are you continually going back and watching them? Are you leaning in on their advice? Are you like resonating with their podcast, their blog, their vlogs, whatever it is that you watch and learn from? Not just are you getting hyped and excited by the one-liners they drop or drop hashtag this if you want this free offer. Not buzz, but are you really looking at them and listening to them and realizing this person knows what they're talking about? Like, this resonates with me. This is the way I see the world too. I like this. I feel this. If you're getting that vibe, it's a lot like dating or building a friendship with your next door neighbor. Sometimes you click, sometimes you don't. It's not because the people you don't click with are bad people or their vibe is a bad vibe. It's just not your vibe, right? So as you begin to learn and listen and find and be attracted to the leaders in the space you're trying to figure out, if you find somebody who's already got something working, like tangible results, like you can see, no, this person's really doing this. It's working. Not just the own testimonies they put on their own website, but like for real, people outside are actually following this person and see what's going on. Lean in there because they've already cracked the code on something. Now, again, that's point number 3. And I want to go back to point number 1 and 2 real quick. Don't give up. Try things. Lean in. But don't reinvent the wheel, right? That's what I'm saying with number 3. Don't reinvent the wheel. Well, Chris, who do I trust to build wheel? Learn that trust, right? Just like you with any other relationship. Okay. So don't give up. Put the prospect's hat on as you're making everything happen in your marketing. And then if you don't know what to do and you're doing a lot of trial and error, find somebody who does. Use their process, like understand the steps they go through. You can buy it from them. You can join their mastermind. You can get their e-course. You can download their free thing, whatever it is, but start trusting someone else. Don't reinvent the wheel. If you're like, Chris, I'm completely broke, then download somebody's free stuff, right? If you want to build a mastermind right now, a Group Coach Nation, we have like this whole long, like hour-long video for you to watch. And like, here's what building a mastermind is all about. Now, sure, I'm just shooting you straight. That doesn't teach you everything you're going to learn if you're in one of our high-end masterminds and we're like teaching you how to do it, but that's okay. If your budget isn't that big budget, learn what you can for free. If you have a $200 budget, find your expert, learn what you can for $200. Like, learn what you can, and then don't give up and keep putting the prospect's hat on as you're translating that person, that trusted person's information into your world. Put that prospecting hat on and screen everything you're learning and repeating and doing through your prospect's hat so it resonates with them. Yeah, they're all great comment here, Facebook folks. They're all sounding the same, right? Okay, yes, I know, right? Sometimes all the experts out there sound exactly the same. Don't you hate that? Sorry if I sound like somebody else. I'm trying to be totally myself. I think that's so important for all of us when we're out here doing our thing. Here's the thing. Honestly, there's not a lot of new information out there. It just isn't. Believe it or not, I love reading old marketing books, by the way. The old marketing books, like direct mail books, they're like sending stuff in the 1920s and 30s to people with mailboxes. Remember those mailboxes things? That marketing information is really the same as what we're doing now. We're just fancying it up with a bunch of technology. There's not a lot new out there. So I totally understand that a lot of people just sound like the same. But Suzanne, actually the person I'm referencing as I'm making this video, and the person that I quoted a minute ago with her quote on her Facebook page, Suzanne's running challenges, okay? I don't run challenges, but a lot of people do. The challenge queens, Noelle and Charlene in our Group Coach Nation world, the challenge queens, look them up. They're awesome. They run challenges. That's not my jam. But a lot of people like Charlene and Noelle run challenges and teach people how to do it and do it for them. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. You just got to find the challenge leader person that's saying similar stuff that everybody else, because a challenge is a challenge, right? You just got to do the work and you got to do it the right way. And there's some nuances to that. I get that. But you got to find the person you trust, because all those little nuances and time-saving steps, those things really matter. And find the person you trust gives you confidence as you're building your challenges out, just to use that as an example, so you don't give up, right? And so you keep putting the prospect's hat on. And so you keep going back to that expert and making sure you get it dialed in over and over and over. No matter who you hire to help you build something, you're going to get to a place, and people do this in my world as well. Everybody that comes to one of my masterminds to learn how to build their own high ticket mastermind, we all get to a place where we get stuck. And we're like, is this working for me? Oh no, did I make a huge mistake? That's real normal doubt. I do that when I join people's masterminds and learn from them. You get to that breaking point, you're like, I gotta push through. I trust this person. I know they got their stuff figured out. I gotta push through and follow the directions and do it again and again and again until I crack the code. That's what's important here. Don't give up. Put the prospect's hat on when you're thinking through your messaging and lean on somebody who already knows how to do it, okay? Let me just say this one more time. That second piece is so important. You got to look at your outreach marketing processes through the prospect's mind, through their view, their experience, their process. Because if you don't, then that don't give up thing will bite you. It'll bite you. We all know people in our world who haven't given up when, quite frankly, they should have quit whatever they're trying to do a long time ago. It's just not working. For instance, we all know people, we're all really good about like saying, oh my gosh, you should break up with that guy or girl. Like, I know that person, they are the worst thing ever for you, right? We can see that in somebody else's life, but you know how it is. It's hard to see that in your own life, right? So the don't give up thing doesn't mean keep jumping off a 10-story building and hoping your legs don't break. No, it means find someone who knows how to get from the top floor of the 10-story building down to the first floor, follow their process of stair steps and do the work, right? And when you stumble on a step or two or get confused about which way the stairs are, don't give up. Put the prospect's hat on, think this through as the prospect, and keep marketing and keep leaning in on your person. Hope that clarifies that. Suzanne, love your question in our Facebook group. I won't read the whole question here because this thing goes out to so many more people that aren't in our Facebook group. If you're in our Facebook group at Group Coach Nation, you're welcome to see Suzanne's comment because she posted it there. I'll keep it private for that group. If you're not, these principles work, okay? You got this, folks. Don't give up. Prospect, market, whatever you want to call it, through the prospect's eyes that you're trying to reach. Talk about them and what they're going through, not about you and your expertise. And number 3, find an expert. If you're not sure actually what steps to take, find an expert that knows how to do what you're doing, that's already had experience, that you're learning to trust over time, and lean in and ask that expert for help. If you don't know who to trust over time and you're like, don't have time, I need help now, then lean in and ask. Like Suzanne asked a question in our group this morning. I'm not the challenge person. She asked about challenges. I refer to the challenge queens. I know them really well. They do really good work. So you can lean on somebody else's trust when you're looking to start those relationships. You guys are awesome. Let's always do the work to get the results. Just like we've said today, do the right work, but do the work to get the results. That is so, so critical. Enjoy. If you need more help with what we do, groupcoachnation.com has everything about building high-ticket group coaching programs or masterminds. If you need help on somebody else's process or outreach program or whatever they want to learn how to do, what you learn to do, ask your people. Do that work. Get those things sorted. Until then, do the work, get the results. We'll talk soon.